Hey everyone! So I know I said I was going to make some videos more often and that hasn't been happening exactly, but I'm going to do my best. I have been a little busy. I've been traveling a lot. I just got back from a lot of traveling, but I decided today to make a video about broken eyeshadow, cracked eyeshadow. So I actually had cracked this eyeshadow once before and I fixed it and it was all good, and then I brought it on vacation again and I broke it when I was in the bag, probably in transition. So this is the eyeshadow. I'll do a close-up in a little bit, but it is just a MAC eyeshadow and it's all broken up inside awfully. And I'm going to show you how to turn it into looking like a completely new one. So when you do it though, I would suggest not bringing the eyeshadow, like keeping it not, what's the word? Don't travel with it. Just kind of keep it at your house if possible, because it's a little bit more, what's the word? Fragile, I would say, after you refix it. So this is what it looks like. No, I don't want to tilt it too much, it's all going to fall out. But what you need to fix it is you need eyeshadow, obviously. You need something sharp, an object. I'm using the end of a nail cuticle pusher type thing. Just use this side. And then you need some kind of rubbing alcohol. And you can use an eyedropper to pour the alcohol into the eyeshadow, or you can just use the cap, which I'm going to use. And then I would use something like a towel underneath, because it does kind of get a little bit messy sometimes. Some of the eyeshadow falls out. So now let's start with the tutorial. Okay, so as you can see, my eyeshadow is pretty broken up at this point. But what you're going to want to do is take the eyeshadow and break it up even more. I'm like knocking stuff over back here. I don't want my hand to be in the way. So you're going to just break it up into tons of small little pieces. And you want to make sure it's pretty broken up so that way it's easier when you're mixing with the alcohol to put it back together. Alright, so now when that's all done, you're going to take your rubbing alcohol and I'm going to pour just a little bit in the cap. And what I do is I add it slowly, so you don't add too much at once, because then it becomes a little too, it becomes hard to work with. So I just put a little bit in at a time, about not even half a cap. And I'll go ahead and start to mix it around. I think I'm going to need a little bit more rubbing alcohol probably. I need a little bit more because it's a little too sticky still. The more, if you put more rubbing alcohol in, it's just going to probably take a little bit longer to dry up. So you want to do as little as possible, but still enough that it has this kind of consistency. And try not to let too much come out of the pan, because then it's going to be, you're just losing product, but sometimes it's kind of hard to keep it all in there in the middle. And I think I'm going to want a little more, because this is not the exact consistency that I want. I'm going to put like one or two more little drops in there. Oh, I got a little bit more than I wanted, I think, but that's okay. Okay, so I feel like I mixed it pretty well. The consistency is what I want. It's not too runny. You see, if I turn it like this, it's not going all over the place, so it's not super wet, but it's just mixed enough that once it dries, it's going to be back to normal. So what you want to do is you want to go ahead and hit the bottom a little bit to even out the pan, so it's not as, we can drop it, if you have a hard surface, you could drop it on the hard surface, but I'm just using my hand. Not too hard so nothing falls out, but just hard enough that it kind of flattens out the top. So when it dries, it's all even again. So that's kind of what it's going to look like. Then you want to leave it sit for maybe 3 to 4 hours is what usually would be good. So I hope that helped and that you have a nice new eyeshadow now that you can use again, because I know how expensive eyeshadows are and nobody wants to spend, how much is it, like $15 on an eyeshadow and then for it to break and you can't use it anymore. So I hope this all works for you, and if you like this video, just press the like button and I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe. But that's all I think for today, so thanks for watching. Bye.